In mid-2025, we've got approached by a company which develops and sells perforation machines. They wanted us to help them becoming more visible online, especially growing in search engines and these days in AI models. Fast forward, in the first 6 months, we've already doubled their online visibility and continuously grow it now for niche searches this year. The question that you might wonder is, how did we do this and what exactly did we do? Well, if you're new to this channel, my name is Robert Siegers and I've been supporting B2B industrial companies with professional search engine optimization and these days as well generative engine optimization. And I do this since 2018. And if you would also like to generate more leads with your B2B website, then you can book a free consultation call and we help you with that. Just go to robertsiegers.com/en and you can just book a free consultation here. But now let's jump into the case study, because today I like to share you, especially for this case study, what were the client's challenges here and which solutions did we work through with them in terms of search engine optimization and generative engine optimization. And we of course talk about the results that our approaches brought for them. First of all, the initial situation of the client was quite specific and maybe that's similar to your company as well. We usually have B2B companies that come with different challenges that definitely usually have an overlap somehow. For this client, one huge challenge in the beginning was that their website was exclusively in Italian language. And this is normal because they are an Italian company. But the problem is around 70 to 80% of potential customers of them were actually searching for solutions online in English language. So a first challenge was to transform the website, being just a sole Italian language website, to a multilingual English focused website. The company also offers highly specialized perforation machines for a very narrow industrial niche, and is of course a challenge to display those explain intense machines and products. For them, the offering was technically strong, but digitally it was only exploiting a fraction of its actual market potential, mainly because they didn't choose the right keywords and of course because they solely chose Italian language. A central challenge was also that potential customers were not only searching specifically for perforation machines, that's of course one direct fraction of this demand search market, but they were also searching for applications, what we found out, for processes, for industry solutions. And those applications and the processes behind the machines and different industry solutions, they were just roughly displayed on their website, and again solely in Italian language. So a lot of potential here besides the primary transactional machine keywords. So something we had to do was not only making the machines visible, but also digitally mapping the underlying process knowledge in a targeted manner. And this is what we did in the ongoing SEO and geo process that I'm just talking about in a bit. So at the start of the project, let's talk about some numbers here. I'm of course not revealing the real numbers, but the traffic was definitely low in the first month, and their general visibility in search engines and of course in AI models was correspondingly low. Yes. So rankings existed almost exclusively for their brand terms in Italian language as well, and for proprietary product names in the Italian market. And this is not a rare approach that we get. We have a lot of industrial companies that come with similar challenges and that also bring very, very niche offerings that they want to make more visible in search engines and AI models. And this is what we do. But what did we do exactly? Well, let's talk about strategy here. What we applied here is, of course, a long-term SEO and geo strategy that we started throughout 2025. And I want to show you that, the simple steps here. So first of all, what we did with that client, we want to know which are actually the relevant keyword sets, not just for the machines, but also for the applications, for the processes, for the industries. And this is what we did. I can show you a sneak peek. So we want to set up all the keyword sets for the different machines and processes here. And when we do a full keyword mapping, we do it like this, that we want to, I always say that we want to look under every rock. So first of all, we want to identify all the relevant keywords and all the relevant search intents that your buyers, your clients have when they search online in search engines and AI models. This is what we figure out in the first step. From there on, we build a step-by-step content strategy and plan for the search engines and AI models that we can follow month by month. So in the next step, 1.1 and 1.2, we were analyzing and then planning different pages. And we usually use like a briefing template for that. We want to come up with the perfect headline structure. For example, like this. This is just an example. This is not from this client because I don't want to show their entire content process, of course, due to privacy reasons. But this is basically how it looks like, right? We have like a headline structure for each of the pages. So for each machine page, for the macro perforation machines, for the micro perforation machines, and so on. We want to have the same thing for each of the application pages. We want to have that for the process pages. We want to have that for the industry application pages like food packaging, like leather perforation, for automotive, and so on. So what we want to do is we want to build out the perfect headline and content structure with all the elements we need that search engines can read, that of course buyers can understand, and that AI models will recommend. And this is what we do here in 1.1 and 1.2. From there on, we create the content. On this example, the client's marketing and product department, they created the content based on the headline structure and the HTML elements that we came up with. And from there on, they also embedded it on the page. They published it, and then we send it to the Google index. And that's basically the on-page process that we followed for this project. So first of all, summarized, understanding all of the different topics and keyword sets that are necessary to rank, then structuring based on content and competition analysis, what is needed as content to be on the page. So all the text, all the headlines, all the HTML elements like personal contact person, images, which types of machines, product overviews, everything like this. And then building the content, publishing the content, indexing the content. This is the process to go. And this year, we're also going to start link building probably and digital PR to just push the brand a bit more, to become more omnipresent in the digital world, and to build out the SEO and especially now the GEO strategy. What were the results of the first 6 months? Well, starting with low numbers, of course, leads to a big increase in the beginning. That's to say. But we just saw like 100% more visitors just within the first 6 months, and we had like 33% more visibility. And the best thing is that we got 20 new top 10 rankings for niche keywords in English language. Remember that in the beginning, we solely had Italian language keywords and brand/product keywords, but now we also have very specific application process keywords. We have the machine keywords now. We have the process keywords, the industry keywords, all of them in English language and independently from the brand of the client themselves, which is a really good result here. What I also really liked about this collaboration is that the client invited us to the K Trade Fair in Düsseldorf in 2025. And yeah, I got there, I got to know the team, and what was really exciting to just take a detailed look at the perforation machines, and I also gained some more deep insights into their applications, into their products and target markets, and of course into their customer requirements, which always helps when it comes to creating content for a client's website, of course. Even though we as an agency, we work entirely remotely, what I also truly like about cooperations like this is that we build long-term relationships with the clients. We understand the company and the people more, and we also have this type of real connection, real trust with the people behind the companies. And if you now also want to start with your B2B SEO/B2B geo strategy for 2026 and you want to drive similar results and dive into that subject, you can book a free consultation call and we check out your potentials with your B2B SEO/geo strategy. If you want to do so, just go to robertziegels.com/en and you can book a free consultation call here. If you want to do so, of course, you can also explore our services a bit more. We have custom tailored B2B geo and SEO services, and of course custom services for industrial companies, manufacturers, engineering companies, and B2B service providers that we work for now for more than 7 years. If you want to do so, robertziegels.com/en, and I see you in the next video here on the channel. Have a fantastic day.